struggle with this riff. Welcome back. So I've just finished doing a bit of rehearsing and I started playing around with making a preset for this Smith song, This Charming Man. I dug out my Yamaha SA50 because it's got really bright humbucking pickups. They're like mismatched in each humbucker. There's one little and one big. So enough to stop the buzz. Although it's buzzing a little bit. I think that's my light that I've got switched on. Yeah, so middle selection. And to get some of this brightness of like a Ricky or I think it was recorded on a Telecaster, I'm using this single scoop effect, which is two EQs, one at the very input at the start of the signal chain and one in between the amp and the speaker cab. Just basically scooping, raising some lows and highs and taking out a few mids. After we leave that initial block, I'm using this Blue Comp, the CS1 on its treble setting in parallel compression. Again, makes it bright. Does what a compressor does. And then what I'm doing here is I'm splitting off again, but this time for a 12-string sound, which is quite a low blend, 4.1. And then coming back in and panning hard right and left. So I have a bit of control about where I send that 12-string. And I'm kind of using it to pan all the way, well, 50% for the left 50, sorry, for the electric sound, and left 80, so a little bit more 12-string onto this lower signal path, which goes through a double take with a completely dry, with the dry completely taken out. So this double take is taking the signal and doubling itself, and it manipulates it to make it like the slop of, it's kind of like a natural double track kind of idea that it does. And I'm running that through an acoustic sim, the enhanced. I've added top. Again, I'm looking for jangliness, and the EQ is doing some of the same there. Scooping as well. Yeah. So it then merges back in and ready to go down to path 2. If we look at the electric side then, so I've explained about what I'm doing with this 12-string. So there is some 12-string getting through to this Fender Princeton. I think Johnny Marr, more Fender Twins, Roland Jazz Chorus. I tried that. I wanted a valve amp, and this is my favourite Fender at the minute. Going through that scoop into the cab, 67 condenser, sorry, it's the 110 Princess cab, 67 condenser, just manipulated it where I found, with the mic placement, kept it at 45-degree angle, and it's got quite, 110 is normally where I put my low cut, but the 6.7K, that's quite a bit higher than I normally do. Merges back down to path 2A, and we're going through my favourite chorus, the 70s chorus. A mix of 26, so quite low, and 1.8 on the rate. Going into this split block, which is being controlled here. This is the routing of this here. I should change this really to be labelled as a delay. Colour it green. Save it. Yeah. So when it's off, it's sending completely down path A. When we go even split, it adds this eighth note. Not really touched much other than I've put the mix to 100% and reduced the level. So I'm using the level as a how I'm mixing it with the original sound. this path 2A. Slapback delay of 109 milliseconds, mix of 24. Going through a plate, usual kind of high-low cuts I like on my reverbs, that Beatles kind of vibe. Split, merging back, high-low cuts where I normally have them, 111, and actually I bet the highs. Yeah, I've kept the high quite low actually, and I've just knocked it there. What did I do? It's come off. Oops, sorry. So if we come back here, where's that? Yeah, 5.6, we'll leave that there. And normal end of block. Just basically, it's the studio polish. So yeah, even with the blending of the left side of this 12 string, it still seems maybe like it's maybe a bit too high, but I think in a mix it would work quite well. But yeah, jangly Johnny Marr goodness is what we've got there. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, if you could give it a like. If you haven't already, if you could subscribe to the channel as well. I try to do videos most days. I find it a bit tricky at the minute because I'm doing a bit of rehearsing. I'll make this preset available on my Buy Me a Coffee page. I've got a bunch of free presets and some other presets that you might like to buy, like this one. But yeah, until next time, I think that'll do. Thank you and goodbye.